All right, what's on the cartridge?
What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're awful trusting for a guy who's been locked in his own house for years.
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Even Rockwell's resources are no match. And it is hardly in their interest to let Halcyon crash.
How long will that take?
Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here is no mean feat.
But if it works, it'll be worth it.
Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis district. What a pleasure! I haven't had this much company in quite some time. I dearly hope I'm not imagining this.
What exactly do you do here?
Why, I do all the work no one else wants to do. I write reports no one ever reads, monitor colony statistics that no one pays attention to. When I'm not being conscripted to perform in the chairman's propaganda, of course.
Look on the bright side, Mr. Clark. When folks come looking for those reports one day, imagine how excited they'll be to find your work. Could do a whole heap of good.
I only hope someone comes looking before it's too late. It sometimes feels as though I'm writing these reports purely for my own amusement.
Take heart, you're doing what you can.
That's what I tell myself, but it can be rather dispiriting. Halcyon is headed for a collapse, and no one seems inclined to do anything about it.
You say these things like you're surprised. And then I gotta remind myself that you've been locked away for years.
If Halcyon falls apart, it will take all of us with it, laborer and executive alike. What astounds me is that no one is inclined to change our course.
That's what I'm here for. Let me get this straight. The chairman is keeping you under house arrest?
Haven't you heard? Chairman Rockwell and I are on a goodwill tour of the colony as we speak.
Does this mean all the news about you and Rockwell working together is fake?
Except for the bit about my suddenly coming down with stomach flu last year. That truly happened.
Why would Rockwell do this?
Probably because I've no interest in being his puppet. My predecessor was content to serve as Rockwell's lapdog. When he saw I meant to oppose him, he made sure I'd have little opportunity to.
Seriously, what's stopping you from leaving?
Aside from battalions of UDL security forces, most of Halcyon knows my name and face, so I could hardly evade Rockwell for long. Besides, remaining close has allowed me to learn just how wrong things have gone around here.
All right.
It's quite all right. I've got every back issue of Dissident Hunter to keep me company.
Well, speaking of that, here's your parcel. I brought you something from HPS.
How delightful. What is it?
I don't know, open it.
The latest issue of Dissident Hunter! I've been waiting for this. Most of what passes for entertainment here is appalling.
All right, what's your thing with dissidents and Dissident Hunter anyway?
Are you telling me you haven't read one? They're fabulously entertaining. Also, they're a surprisingly useful means of ascertaining what's going on in the broader colony. The board's most pressing grievances tend to feature heavily as the problem of the week. Sometimes it's factory strikes, other times it's dissenters.
Okay. Well, he gave us a little disc. Minister Clark's data cartridge. We have to go download into, upload into a computer. The lying Earth. Minister Clark has asked you to send a message to Earth. Send Minister Clark's message to the Earth Directorate. So it goes alongside City and the Stars. Wow. I was trying to slowly... Oh, I'm not trespassing. Because I got the okay because I delivered the package.
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along.
Persuade. Mind if I take a breather? I'm pretty tired of after hauling around all these bits.
You could have asked me, you know.
What in the law's name are you on about?
I can bribe, but I don't want to. This is embarrassing. I was going to bribe you, but I just realized I don't have enough on me.
Honest mistake. Why don't you come back another time and we can take this from the top?
Not looking for trouble. I just want in.
Yeah, and I'd really like a new Hammersmith grenade launcher. Hammersmith, the most trusted brand in brutality. But we can't all have what we want. And seeing as you don't seem the executive sort, you obviously don't belong in the Acropolis district.
You don't know that.
Hey, were you awarded most persons profiled 6 non-consecutive months in a row? I didn't think so. Anyway, I've worked here long enough to know every clerk by name and face. And since I don't know yours, you ain't getting through.
And lie, 65. You don't know me because I'm new to the job. I'm starting at the ministry tomorrow.
You're new to the ministry? You one of those lab coats they promoted from a company town?
Science 25 plus a lie. You ever heard of stimulation? That's disgusting. Yeah, I developed the active compound.
That was yours? Wow. You earned that promotion, all right. So you start tomorrow, huh? You know, they should have set you up with an ID 6 to 8 weeks ago.
Yeah, and if I ever find the clerk who stiffed me, I'm gonna censure him with a strongly worded memo.
You do that. Yeah, all right. You're good to go.
Alternatively, we can go through the sewers. And we'll pop out through right there. Tall.
Captain, I stand out here like a big, greasy thumb.
Sorry. Do I have an alternative for you? I have a mining outfit. You'll be fine.
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo, a subsidiary of Colway Pharmaceuticals.
Thank you.
State your business. Please step away. This entry is for high-priority HHC business only.
I'm here to see the chairman.
Yeah, and I need a new flavor of Tyleritos. Chairman Rockwell's away on business, and even if you were here, you need to request an application for an appointment.
How would I do that?
How should I know? No one ever gets an appointment with the chairman.
What's through here?
If you're not clear to know, then I'm definitely not clear to tell you.
Well, is this official enough for you?
Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate form.
You're joking, right?
I'm not authorized to employ humor on the job, sir. Now, let's see. Damn it. When did I run out of forms?
How about you save us both the trouble and let me through?
I was going to suggest that myself. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So I'm gonna save us both some trouble and waive your forms.
Alright, fine, but I suggested it first.
Just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny, and they'll paint the walls with your guts.
Alright, thanks. And I get to keep my weapons. Well, I would have kept them anyways, but I don't gotta fill out a document. One of my consumables is empty. I had to sneeze. It's not the best sneeze, it's spacer sneeze.
If you'll forgive my saying so, that outfit looks splendid on you.
Thank you. What exactly do you do here?
Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also responsible for organizing the adjutant's stationery, which is more of a hobby.
Any chance I could meet Chairman Rockwell?
Ah. Oh, you were being serious. I'm obliged to inform you that Chairman Rockwell is unavailable for an indeterminate duration. Will there be anything else?
No, that's it.
Excuse me, just a moment. I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors.
You should go back to your desk. I saw somebody eyeing your stationery.
What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me. I can't stand the thought of someone else's hands touching my custom letterheads.
Got it. Heads down.
Not gonna reread that stuff. I've already read it all.
Just goes to show you never really see your hometown until you travel with a visitor.
Send Minister Clark's message to Earth. Message is en route. Please allow between 3 and 9 months for your message to complete transit. I don't believe we have to return to him. Nope. Quest just ends there. Okay. Alright, I sent the message from the chairman's terminal.
Excellent. I knew there was hope. Once the Earth Directorate learns of our plight here, they'll have to send help. Yes, we just have to hold out until then.
How long?
Months, at least. Possibly years. Information travels slowly, and people even more so, I'm afraid.
Is this your only plan? Send a message to Earth and wait?
It took me long enough to set this one in motion. Unfortunately, the Earth Directorate, as distant as it may be, is the only power with the reach to curb the board's excesses.
Well, I don't mean to sit and wait.
I'd never be able to forgive myself if we sat idly by while the board did this to the colony.
This is most heartening. How I wish I could join your escapades. Unfortunately, there is little else I can do from here, and my celebrity would only imperil you.
No, it's fine. You're gonna be our, face. Our new chairman. I think. I honestly don't remember. We're gonna use you